today, because I can tell you one thing, Mr. is a lot easier.
Mr. is a lot easier.
Yeah, talk about Vertigo, Harry. We are on track for 2 games of Vertigo, and I imagine our last will be the same. We're not waiting around.
Oh my God, we're in.
Pistol, and the fighting has begun.
Jeez.
Fast into B, Mr. with an entry,
What?
and he's all that stands now. He's put up 2.
This is wild. Yeah, down to a 1v2 clutch attempt. Mister, let's go. Out into the open. Decency's going to take his head off, and FURIA Academy come in with the pistol under their belts.
Yeah, as Halvor said, it's pretty reassuring that, you know, at least this change was made prior to the game. And so you don't have anyone subbing in and subbing out. You don't have tech issues. So you don't have someone unprepared. Like, I imagine Mister's had forewarning that he's playing this matchup, and so he can be warmed up. As a result, we saw a bit of that in the pistol, but FURIA steal it away. And, you know, I'm expecting Vertigo for mouz versus Fnatic later as well.
Yeah,
it would
safe bet.
Two a day, Harry.
It would track. It would track. Oh, slow D ground over here towards ramp. And that's right, if you can hear this, I'm just talking to you. How's your day been? I know it wasn't the best of starts today, but come on. It's getting better. Ninjas peeking down ramp. Hasn't found anything with the FAMAS yet. But he's about to have players walking into his crosshair. Yeah. Crosshair.
Or not. Or they just
Crosshair.
leave, Harry. Or they just go back to middle. Seems to be the plan here. Astralis
Here.
Here.
Here. Yeah, everything's very nasally.
Yeah,
when
I
you're
can
looking
hear
past.
that. I can hear that.
Oh, well.
Here we go. Into middle.
Look at this, out of mid. They're walking. They sneak in.
Now
In they go. Now they run and drop. Whoop! There's a triple. Still more left in him, but only damage. Mister, good for 1, and now Void finished off as well. Nice round there for FURIA Academy. I love some of the Deeg skins we have on show in that round. Shame they don't get to do anything, right?
Yeah.
Someone at a print stream. Love that, love that. But let's go into the FURIA Academy team speak. Let's see how these guys are finding it as they embark on this little anti-eco round.
Vem com você por baixo.
Tá bom, você que sabe.
Faz a HE do Pri lá, tá ligado, Pri?
Só não faz aquela molotov, viu, lá, por favor. Fala corredor se puder também.
Vou Léo.
Abriu.
4B, guys.
Tá, rodei.
Pode ver, guys. Mais dois. Um caiu e de Glock na escada. Tá, bem minha, guys.
Tá, são só 2 vivos.
Aqui.
Tá antes.
Eu avancei meio, tá?
Demorou. Contato abre. Tenta só não me dar HS, tá?
Ah, não.
Para de ficar parado só. É, eu vou voltar, vou ficar parado.
Nada TR. Vindo nas costas, eu vou dar clear B, tá? Consegue gerar decente.
Tá, já tô gerando.
Dá clear na B.
Ninguém deu a cara aqui ainda.
Não pode ter meio agora não, Dedê.
Pode ter bombeiro. É o Murphy.
Não vai ter.
É o Murphy. Não é, não tem problema.
Dando clear B.
Pode ter ido pra ninja? Não, né?
Pode.
Tem meio.
Nice! Caralho, vamos, guys, é isso.
Bora. Comigo, nice.
Bora, guys.
Clean for FURIA. They're on the board, but Astralis are coming in with guns now, and so this is where their metal is going to be tested here, Harry. For Astralis Talent, right, Vertigo maybe wasn't the best map out of the gate starting this tournament in week 1, right, dropping it to this team in their inaugural game. Well, since that point, they've improved a lot. They've won both their other maps against Na'Vi and against VP. And for FURIA, who started this event so strong, have been a bit on the back foot ever since. 5-loss streak. And Vertigo in there a couple of times as well. So a lot to prove in this matchup today. On the repeat. Can they do it again? Or was it just a one-trick pony? I'd be very surprised to see FURIA, you know, come in to this tournament fighting, looking like a real titan, and then to just go quiet and in week 2 end up at the bottom of the board. That's a world that we could be living in.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't take this victory.
Yeah, but they look determined However, determination's one thing, winning gunfights are another. Vesta gonna open up this round, and Astralis Talent, when they've got the guns, they're looking scary. Void still holding with this AWP. Decency tucked in. Oh, little flash, but he's going to turn away from it. Averts his eyes. Astralis Talent going back into a bit of a B play now in the late round, and this utility, this last volley that they throw up ramp, does draw a player away from middle, but he's already back over towards B, heading in to reinforce this side of the map. FURIA Academy looking like they've got the read here, and this is all because Decency has activated this ramp push. They know it's the B play. Pyria saves Drop's life, and they never learn about this close player. Spam's going past Decency and ZMB with kills, and Pyria is traded after one. Void's left in this clutch. Still ZMB left to beat, and he can't get past him. FURIA Academy 4-0.
Wait, Astralis is shooting blanks, right? Was that drop right next to them on the corner? They're just shooting in his direction, not a single tag. Because right there, again, even a tag, essentially gets you the kill. You hear he's close, you shoot through the smoke, but not there. And 4-0 for FURIA Academy. Like you said, that deep ramp push, the info gained by it, sets FURIA up in a 4-on-5 to stack that B site, and it works wonderfully. The ramp push, late activate, kills a flank, and then the AWPs get it done on B. So right now, things are looking up for FURIA. Can it stay that way, though?
Wah, wah, wah. Decency locking in some of these ramp kills. They're still fighting this, and they've lost the guy up on the back rail. They don't want to overextend when you're up against these Deagles. Astralis Talent, they're looking like they want to lean back into another one of these B plays. Once again, you've got Pyria still to get past, and that's the opener for Mister.
Yeah, maybe a chance at a plant here. That's where things get awkward. FURIA are going to throw bodies into it, but Drop doesn't want to die and give up a 2-on-4. That would be a lost round. Instead, you can retake this one, right? Astralis don't have the weaponry with the exception of Altex, so there's still hope. Astralis getting close, looking for an early fight. The rifle ready to peek off the contact made, and Drop is about to give them that contact. No, it's instead the clear. Altex is down in the site. Close up, Mister provides, and he gets a 3-piece, 4 in the round with the Deagle from Gens. They may kill the rifles, they may kill what seems like the real threat in that round, but the close player they were never ready for. That's one way to sneak around past the keeper. Astralis Talent on the board.
Yeah, we've had a couple of stand-ins at this event. Now we had Fessa early on, then we had ND bought into the fold. We've had Head Trick replacing Pogolov. And now we've got Mister in for the Astralis Talent squad. Looking good. Already an opener found in this round through the ramp smoke. Astralis Talent looking like they want to walk through it. Decency is not on this angle.
Dear.
He's not ready for this, so that's a free kill. And now in a 5-on-3, not much can go wrong.
Famous last words, of course, but yeah, you should be dead on. Mister's still holding middle. And timing is everything here. AWP's coming in for the swing, and it does hit the shot, so there's a gun given over to Drop. But in the meantime, Astralis just hit that A site. They take it for free, and so really FURIA should be looking to save these weapons.
Here's something interesting.
Go on.
I went and had a little look at Mr. CSGO on Twitter.
Yeah.
As in the guy in the server.
I know who you mean, yeah. Not Dad.
17-year-old CSGO player, that part, fine.
You've read his bio, congrats.
Joining Astralis Talent, 1st of August, 2021. So, So that means he's joining this squad on a full-time basis, not just as their sub.
That's cool.
I wonder what that's going to be. Is that a replacement situation? What's going on there? Is it building up a bigger pool?
You know, I don't want to start to throw conspiracy theories down the line, but didn't they say internet problems for Nofe? As far as I'm aware, Astralis are playing on boot camp at LAN, so surely Mister's also there? I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm not privy to that information, but it makes me wonder if they're just giving him a debut a bit earlier, right? Maybe Nofe. I'm not even going to speculate on reasons, right? Maybe the internet thing is true, but regardless, Mister's in here ahead of schedule, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Get a bit of practice in. We've seen, as you said, you listed some of the standings we've already had. Huge benefits to some teams for trying out different rosters. It changes your game plan. It can reinvigorate you. So, yeah, nothing wrong with it. But honesty is the best policy. Stand by that. And honestly, Mister looks pretty good.
Yeah, now he does. He does. I'm liking him. Ninjas and Drop, the only two left alive. And even in a 5-on-2, Astralis Talent are still keeping it very, very methodical. Going to clear the short side, and Vigo makes that round happen before our very eyes. 3 on the board now for Astralis Talent. Reinvestment coming in from the FURIA squad. And look, Hugo. These are Astralis Talent playing from home.
Now it all makes sense. See, why am I throwing in conspiracy theories, Harry? It's all
I don't know, Hugo.
It's all true. I don't know. It's just
you're like the Alex Jones of esports.
Yeah, man. Not really. Please don't ever say that again. Not a compliment. Entertaining, sure, but you know,
I do love listening to it.
Yeah,
even though
crazy people can be fun sometimes. Yeah.
It's the way I look at it. Is it's like, you know, you watch the funny man say the funny words.
Maybe the funny words aren't very true, but you laugh at them nonetheless. Yeah, well, okay, I was just basing that off the fact that we've seen 7 days of Astralis boot camping, but maybe second week they start to take a bit of a chill pill. They go back home. FURIA, the grind never stops for these boys. You can see they're boot camping in Kiev right now, coming over from Brazil last week, maybe a bit over a week ago now. And so, yeah, I wonder if that affects Astralis' performance, right? We saw, you know, all the fans, but also the support staff behind them. I imagine, you know, getting time to boot camp with your actual teammates, being in person with them, all these things can benefit you a lot. So I wonder if this holds them back, them being at home. We'll see. And so, yeah, the internet problems now make a lot of sense. Apart from the fact it's in Denmark. I swear to God, Denmark's got the best internet I've ever seen. So, RIP. 5-on-4 here. Astralis do dodge the refrag. They jump out of danger. So do FURIA, retreating off this A site. Maybe looking to play a retake round. They have one nade set on Drop. He's on the B bomb site. So won't be able to use that to stop a bomb plant on A. Meanwhile, Astralis, they go quiet, but they will recommit to the ramp later in the round. And FURIA have gambled wrong.
Yeah, this might actually be the end of the round. I know it wasn't a very fun one, you know, for us to get to look at with the bomb going down over here on A. You can't actually do anything here if you're FURIA Academy. And so suddenly that one fight early in the round between Void and ZMB proves to matter a hell of a lot. You know, it forced you to take this gamble and stack everyone over at B. And that's left you saving in round number 8. So 4-4, Astralis Talent, this slow, you know, ramp take that I mean, really, this is all we see them do here on Vertigo, or, you know, maybe all is a bit too all-encompassing a word. But, you know, like, this is the bread and butter of their T-sides, is working this slow ramp control. I'm curious what FURIA are going to try and do to solve this problem.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit of like, it's a bit of a paradox of an issue almost. It feels like sometimes the more you work to fight at ramp, the bigger emphasis you put on that, well, you can end up digging your own grave a bit, as what happened to FURIA in that round with ZMB dying. It just lost the round from then on in.
It's also like what Astralis want to do, right? Like, are they going for you know, if you smoke D ramp as FURIA, are Astralis going to sit there? They're going to do that boost, right? They put Vigo or Void over the top of that smoke, and they look for a pick, or is it one where Astralis aren't going to respect the smoke and are going to charge it? Because you know, you don't know what they're going to do with that ramp control. You hear it coming in here at this point in the round, but you don't know whether they're committing. So FURIA would love to throw bodies in, but at the same time, you don't want to give an AWP a pick. One player has committed. Ninja's going right down, dropping that flash, and that gives away his position. He needs to get a kill from this, and he can't. Vesta and Vigo combining for a frag apiece. 5 on 3, and that has not gone to plan for FURIA. I was about to say, when we saw them beat Astralis on this map first time around, it was actually on these ramp shutdowns. They did have a lot of triple peaks, and when Astralis committed through the smoke or after the smoke, FURIA would often win that re-aggression fight at the crane. Not this time, though. Getting picked early gives Astralis so much room, and I love how painfully slow they're playing it as well. They just wait. If FURIA don't give us another kill, then eventually we'll run our execute, and we should win the round off that alone. Even with this time, FURIA reading it correctly. They're moving their third man over, and so let's see if they can do anything here with a stack on the A site.
Yeah, the bounty utility on Pyria and drop is certainly going to come in handy with how late in the round this execute is getting put up against you. You can try slow this down a bit, but losing ZMB, now the round's pretty much unwinnable. I don't know, man. It doesn't... I'm not being sold just yet on this FURIA defense, right? It feels like that there's a few conflicting ideas with how these rounds should be played. You have guys facing where, once again, you know, like if you lose ZMB there, you were always going to save. It doesn't matter really what he gets away with, unless it's like some 4K where he's traded right at the end. But that's real wishful thinking if that was, you know, the kind of performance you're hoping for the guy to have. Being real, I think the best case you could have got out of ZMB was a one and done, and even that would have left you saving. And it just meant you didn't even really get to use this utility either. Like, you know, that can make all the difference in a retake. They at least get away with the guns. 5 on the board now for Astralis Talent. Oh, so they'll hold on to these. But yeah, I want to see something a bit more where everyone's on the same page, right? Like if you're going to fight for ramp, have like 3 guys there peeking. If you don't want to give up these ramp fights, because really, you know, I would understand not wanting to fight for it anymore, given how the fights have gone more often than not. Then why don't we have some of these, you know, 3-man A setups, either setting up for a retake or re-aggression back into ramp in the late round? That's something that FURIA Academy were doing a bunch in the first few days when we saw them on this map.
Ninja's still trying to throw himself into it. Here's that boost. Oh, he saw it. He saw the jumping player, but again, like, you know, we've got the X-ray. He doesn't necessarily see what we see. But that's such a shame. The jump up was right there, and it again grabs a kill. Like, if you're against Astralis on this map, you should be ready for that. And I think it's actually silly that teams are still getting caught out by this. It's all Astralis do when that smoke comes up. They throw that boost in the same position, by the way, on the same corner. It needs to be something that gets spammed here by FURIA. What a Molotov. Over the top as well. Bounces off of the sky. Off the girders, I guess the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
And that's locked FURIA out of the bomb site. They try and get back in, but the AWP provides cover. And there's a player on the corner as well. Not needed. Missed it with a headshot. And it's a missed opportunity here for FURIA. ZMB, the final player to fall, gives Astralis 6. We're seeing a much better T-side out of them.
Mate, this is a little bit sad for me. I was so excited by this FURIA Academy squad when the league began, man. They really surprised us out of the gate. And right now, it feels like we're seeing even less ideas out of them than we got in the first matchup versus Astralis. Now, don't get me wrong, Astralis Talent have gotten a lot better as this event has gone on. It must feel like you're playing against a whole different beast. But as you've highlighted, Hugo, the way these rounds are starting, the things that are leading us to these dominant site takes, they've remained virtually unchanged. And don't get me wrong, they're hitting their shots a lot better, but you still know pretty much what you're peeking into over towards ramp. I want to see FURIA now just give it up for a round. You know, like at first, I understand fighting as a solution. Well, that's not worked, and it hasn't worked at all on this CT half. Maybe go back to a bit more of a retake focus set up towards the A bomb site. Because thus far, it's coming down to retakes, and you're always just so many players down. You're not even in with a chance by the time the bomb plant comes in. Like, think about it. Every one of these rounds has come down to like a 2-on-4 or a 3-on-5. It's like, great, okay, well, we already just kind of can't win on the numbers alone.
Look at it here. FURIA giving it up, Harry. They started to play passive. Now, remember, this is an eco, a bit of an investment from some Deagles, but still, Astralis given the room and they take it. It is funny how, you know, coincidental the round is where FURIA completely give up ramp. Astralis go right through and they double down. They commit hard. And, well, look at the result. 4-on-2. FURIA locked out again. Should be looking to resave this gun. But yeah, we're seeing more depth from Astralis, right? Like last round, the boost up on A. They still end B. They're still keeping it fresh. They're making FURIA guess where these rounds are ending up.
You know, and even though you don't win the round from playing, you know, a more passive setup this time on this partial around the saved guns, it at least kind of sends a reminder Astralis Talent's way that, like, look, you're not always going to get given these ramp fights. You know, FURIA maybe are considering leaning into a more passive hold, and so that might change the way Astralis Talent now approach their T side as well. I think for that, though, it more depends how much pressure Astralis Talent are feeling, right? They might not feel the need to change anything. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as the old saying goes.
Yeah.
And it ain't really broke at all right now.
So we leave it and
yes.
let it manifest, let it
coming
through.
Manifest.
Yeah.
Marinade.
Let that stew in the FURIA brains, bubbling around. A viscous liquid. Vesta going through though. We got the one way, so he's going to move up with it. And yeah, it's again a nice change. Astralis no longer respecting the smoke in this round. They're not loud about it. Flash is good, and Ninjas drops off the boost. They avoid death. CMB won't though. He aggresses, and a missed shot is heartbreaking for ZMB. They do get a trade-off. Ninjas won't last long though. Investor's grabbed himself an AWP to finish off the round. That he will. 4-on-2. And again, Harry, it feels like early in the round, the result is already decided.
Yeah. No, that's pretty rough. And, you know, I think for FURIA Academy there's not really much they could have done different to have had that shape up any cleaner. You know, they're trying new things out now over towards A, and Astralis Talent are just looking like the better team, to put it simply. We just don't have anyone giving this same kind of space to FURIA Academy. Ninjas having a pretty dire start to this, 1-8. ZMB, while he had some nice rounds early on, lately over towards this A bomb site, he's really struggling, as is everyone. You know, and it always feels rough when a problem is as glaring as this, right? Like, FURIA Academy, we've seen them put far better teams through their paces, right? And so you know they're capable of pulling this game back. And that's why it must feel so heartbreaking that it is just, you know, in these timeouts, I imagine ZMB's saying to the boys, like, well, it's very obvious what the issue is. They keep getting into A, but we've tried, you know, maybe 6 different things now, and the outcome remains unchanged.
Yeah.
You might just, and this sounds awful, and I don't like even suggesting it. you might just have to like full commit to a retake setup as opposed to fighting for, you know, short and top ramp.
Yeah,
maybe just have an AWP sat in like, you know, sniper's nest spawn, something like that. And, you know, I don't think you could do that consistently. I think it would work to get you one round and maybe disrupt the momentum a bit over towards A. But right now, that's all you need to do. You just need to get Astralis Talent a little bit paranoid about this, because thus far, all it's doing is working for them.
one round would make all the difference, really. We're running out of CT-sided rounds.
And so here we go. This
Yeah,
is a perfect little change, right? Like, there's a lot of options you've got. They know A's been the issue. They're not dumb, man. They can see it clear as day, and so they just stack everyone over here towards the A site. They say, look, we're on an eco. Let's just see if we can do anything with these pistols. They aggro into Void, but he's not giving up this ramp control. The smoke's now faded. Drop with a double in middle, but Void cleaning it up at ramp leaves FURIA in the 1v2.
Yeah, it's a good try for FURIA with a broken buy, and unfortunately for them, the AWP finds so much from Void. FURIA, it's good timing on the flank, but they've heard him. He's running up the stairs. Oh, get out of position, get safe. Altex could get naded. There's a player on default. He lives though, and luckily the cover is there. Mr. provides 11-6, looking good as well. 9-4. And this is a buy, double AWP coming in for FURIA. Yeah, I would love to see a retake setup with nades, right? And you try and dunk the bomb planter and maybe even push in off of that. But what that requires so often is like a 5-on-4. You'd love an advantage that gives you a reason to play passive, to play retake. But in 5-on-5s, it can be very hard. That being said, FURIA have the nades to do it. They have the utility. So if they save some for the late round, you could certainly deny this bomb plant. Astralis, unsurprisingly, moving back to A, moving back to this boost while the AWP holds and covers. And in fact, they walk through the smoke. This was good at catching Decency off earlier in the half, and it might do it again.
Yeah, up on the corner, Ninjas just turns away. He's able to adjust in time to take out one of these A players. That's something at least, right? It could have been far worse for Ninjas, who's having a bit of a mare. But a 4-on-4, this is one of the best situations FURIA Academy have had at finding a round. And in the blink of an eye, it's the advantage lying with Astralis Talent once again.
Yeah, and they could just group, right? They're very split, but they're starting to move together towards that A site. Setting up for an execute. Always got the AWPs to worry about, right? But that's where the smokes come in handy. Can fully cut ZMB out of this round with just a couple of well-placed smoke grenades. And you can already see they got the lineups for it. Here they come. ZMB's angle gone. He's going to have to switch it up. Peeking towards the ramp. Do they have another? Ooh, now they know there's an AWP here at least. And so the second smoke comes in and Astralis start to move out. Looking for the bomb plant. We have no nade saved in time. Drop had a molly, but he's too far away to use it. So the bomb is allowed to go down for Astralis, and FURIA have to retake or save.
It might just be a save. And I hate having to say that, but
it's the right call.
There's not anything left in the tank for FURIA Academy. If they want guns, they need these 3 weapons to be maintained. They need Drop, well, living up to his name and bringing more guns into play in the next round. And so this is 10 on the board for Astralis Talent. This is a very good T side. And there's just been a real lack of solutions, a real lack of that hero player for FURIA Academy, right? It doesn't really matter who it is. We've had great games out of ZMB with his AWP. He's been struggling. You know, Pyria, often a guy we look to. Well, he's been sat over at B, man. Imagine how his games felt. Like he just maybe gets one fight every couple of rounds and then maybe gets to kill a player in a retake that he's saving in. But that's really been the extent of his gameplay. So he's kind of, you know, not even through his own like lack of trying, he's just not being given as many opportunities as the rest of his team, so he can't save the day. At least with this save, they've got guns and a chance at 5 to close out the half. But Astralis Talent, it's back to what's been working. No changes. They've gone back to this boost over the top of the smoke. The last few rounds, they've been walking through this. And so hopefully FURIA Academy don't think that's what's coming their way now, because if they go peeking into ramp, this boost is once again going to upset the FURIA squad.
Still hesitant are Astralis. This is, again, a really good setup for FURIA still. CMB, he needs to hit the shot on short when it comes his way. He can't afford to whiff another. FURIA just clinging on, and now Astralis throw in some mid-rounding. Mister getting out mid, and he gets the kill. That's so big. It might even draw FURIA out of this A site, this triple setup, and maybe it should. You can see the bombs leaving. It's going back to B. Pyria, he's been waiting all half, Harry. You said it yourself. And he'll have to wait longer. Astralis, they change their plan. They go back to A, avoiding one of these two AWPs, but instead walking into the other. And it's loud as well. Ninjas is still here. Oh dear, they have no Molotov to clear it out. They've got to do it by hand, manual mode, as Ninjas waits.
Yeah, quiet game so far on Ninjas, but this could be his moment. Instead, it's only one. Decency and Ninjas both swept aside. Pyria coming up ramp is cancelled out by Void Zorp, and the nade gonna find ZMB. It is a crazy dominant 11-4 half in favor of Astralis Talent, and right now it's sub Mister leading the charge. Top of the board, according to his Twitter, joining Astralis Talent August 1st. But this little early experience of the Mister ride is certainly an exciting one.
Yeah, he's taking us on a journey. And he's looking good while he does it. It's very reassuring. His mid-lurk there puts up 2 kills as Astralis set up for another one of those A takes. And boy, they're just full of them in their T side. Remember, 3-0 beginning for FURIA. It started so strong, and they only get one more round in the rest of the half. Dear, oh dear.
Yeah,
Revenge matchups are here, Harry.
Yeah, and everyone wants it. Everyone wants revenge from the early performances.
Week 1 set nothing in stone. Instead, it just opened the field for more questions. And right now, Astralis are giving us the answers.
And you know, man, this it's great to see the Astralis Talent game plan working out. They play a very almost VP-esque T side. I'm talking about the main team, not VP.Prodigy, where everything is very measured, very slow. Let's go listen into the Astralis comms as we get ready to head into this pistol round, though, Hugo.
Hvis de rusher, så
Er det bare sted.
Så er det bare sted. Sats på flasken og gå.
Yep.
Ja. Og hils den tænd.
Måske.
Der er noget...
Hør B. Hør andet B.
Bare løb, bare løb.
Jeg lægger, jeg trækker.
Flasher der igen.
Jeg trækker. Jeg lægger fucking meget.
Indtil. Peak. Død.
Nej, sgu da.
Der er ikke flere. Jo, en dyb, to dyb. To dyb. Jeg kan ikke peak, jeg er
Jeg er
low.
inde igen.
Jeg er dinget.
Vent, boys.
Træk med et træk.
Træk, ja. Retake
Vi
her.
laver kranboost, eller kejleboost her.
Kan du ikke komme ud igen her, Mikkel?
Det er ikke nogen
Jo, jo.
Lød
Okay.
trækker, de trækker.
Det trækker jeg.
En løb.
Okay.
Lød en ben.
Ja, det var alene Alex.
Hvad? Han er helt inde af
Helt
AC.
den. Lad os komme spawn her.
Klar på, han
Jeg kommer lige Guardian.
Hvad du lige med ADP?
Ja.
De smukker op højt.
Lort, den fejler.
En tæt.
En tæt venstre, tæt venstre.
Tæt ned venstre, og så en default.
Tæt
Nej,
venstre.
så default. Det er stadig.
Jeg lægger. Chill. Jeg lægger.
Flashet væk.
Jeg lægger, boys. Chill. Jeg er med igen.
Ja.
Default en stadig, tror jeg.
Lad os
Kan vi
spille
komme med?
kaos.
Rykker højere.
Ja.
I skal bare ud
Kaos.
højre.
Ikke sådan noget højere. Ind på regling.
Ja, snart.
Fuck er det?
Tæt smoke, tæt smoke.
Tæt smoke ned.
Rytme.
Sidste rytme.
Kom igen. Fuck, det var decoy.
Fuck, jeg skulle også have haft som
Bare altid.
No way Drop wins that. Big 3K on the bomb site, but Astralis, they were set up for that retake. They look ready to go. Surprised by the Gens player. And then it slips by, but they've got plenty of rounds to fall back on. They're not worried yet. However, maybe this game's a little more open now than we were thinking after that first half, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, being real, like, that's kind of heartbreaking if you're Astralis Talent, right? That was your chance to just...
Sweep it.
Yeah, to never even really have to worry. Now you have a reasonable cause for concern. Speaking of other causes for concern, it looks like Pyria's dropped from the server. So we're just going to have to sort that out. Well, I say we're going to have to sort it. Me and Hugo won't be sorting it. Someone will. All right, get the energy in yet. You're going to need it to embark
Yeah.
upon this comeback, I can tell you that much. Yeah, look, Piria's gone. He's got a Fire Serpent, no good lad. Appropriate skin. This is one of the nicest AK skins out there. I know that a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it's true. It's just so classic, Hugo, and that's why I love it.
It's an OG. It's up there. The Deagle Hypnotic and the P250 Splash. And the...
Orb Boom.
Yep. The A1S Dark Water.
Yeah.
The A4 Faded Zebra.
USPS Guardian.
Guardian. Yes. What are some other classics? What are we missing? P90 Death by Kitty. Crikey, that's an old boy. There's a few out there.
Orb Lightning Strike.
Yep.
I never really bought into the hype on that one. I still don't.
Well, I was going to say I'm a boomer. Not technically, but I do have a boom. An Orb Boom.
I actually, Hugo, you were there for this. I unboxed a
Deagle,
Prince Stream Deagle last night in our game of CS, which I then sold and reinvested in cases. Never a smart move, Hugo.
Wait, how much did you sell it for?
I sold it for 100.
And you rebought cases?
Oh, yeah.
Learn, Harry.
But you want to know what I unboxed in the cases I bought?
Piss all.
No. Butterfly knife.
Stained.
Stained.
Condition.
Minware.
Price.
Stat track.
Price.
400.
Oh, 400.
Woo, baby.
Okay.
Quadruple that money, baby.
Okay. Don't take advice
don't
from
take
Harry.
it.
Don't take it.
Because every other time I lose money.
because I can attest. I've seen Harry waste hundreds of cases.
Oh yeah, man. I pay it back. I pay it back to CS. You know, they might pay my mortgage, but I pay them back in cases. So
yeah, it balances pretty well, actually, I think. Yeah, gamble responsibly, over 18.
what's the best thing you guys have ever unboxed?
Yeah, let us know.
It can be CS. It can be real life. Are there real life unboxings? Kind of. They exist.
They call birthdays where I'm from.
Oh. But you know, everyone always says, I've opened thousands of cases
And I've never got a knife.
even smelt a knife.
What do you say to those people?
Well, clearly you ain't opened enough, have you? Because trust me, I opened 20,000, mate, and I've only seen like 3 knives.
I believe it. Yeah, not the wisest investment. You know what would be a good investment with your money?
What?
Buy an academy team, mate. It's all the rage.
Yeah?
And train up the next generation of CS talent. Sell them off to bigger orgs. Don't know, just a thought. What do I know? 5 rounds to Furia. We're back in it, baby. Astralis forcing up. Period in the server, and a necessity at that. He has looked very good. Only really standing out player for Furia right now. Vesta throwing himself into the fight.
Yeah. Big Vesta. V-E-S-T-E-R. That's how you spell it. Now, can he get the kills? Come on. I just put together a whole alphabet soup for this guy. Can he get it? Couple of starters. There it is. Only one. Traded after it. And now ramp control taken for FURIA Academy. They're in this 4-on-3. And they don't want to let these opportunities slip by the wayside. So they're being very, very careful throughout this entire thing.
Yeah, going back and forth in the halls, but they will eventually go back into this B site. Oh, quick D coming out from Altex. He's hit the warning alarm as well. He's told his team what he's seen, and they're coming his way fast. Smokes up, jump. Does work out for Pirius somehow. Vigo has to hold on alone. He can't do it. Mr. Falls as well. And so the rifles come out supreme there for FURIA Academy, finding their 6th. A round had to happen, right? If you were ever going to believe in a comeback. Now they get a freebie. Your reward is a USP round for Astralis. then things get tough.
People let us know what are the best things they've unboxed, Hugo. Yeah, there's some pretty good options. Some people getting like karambits and whatnot.
Are they proving it or are they just telling you?
They're just telling me,
Okay,
so I'm
well, we
taking
trust
their
the
word
people.
for it.
We
But I
trust
trust the
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
You know, we're the people's casters. That's what we try to be. This is our cast.
Yeah, we're people.
As
For
in
people,
all
by
of
people.
ours. For people, by lizards. And here's ZMB with the dual Berettas. Jump, 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 jump. Raining down dead. That's kind of how they sound, right?
What, lizards or dual
Nah,
Berettas?
dual Berettas, look.
Jump,
Right? You can kind of hear it.
jump, jump, jump. Maybe. He's farming. That's all I know. Oh, what a shot.
The USP one's easy. That's just a... Because it's like a headshot. Whenever it headshots, that's how it sounds. AK. Oh, ZMB's
okay,
dual
ZMB.
Berettas.
Dirt.
Coming in. Big ZMB. The B stands for baller. I don't know what the ZM stands for.
Zoom.
Right? What's the M?
No. That's Zoom.
Oh, so he's Zoom Banger. Zoom Baller
Yeah.
would be his name.
I don't know, mate. I didn't come up with it.
Not some of our best work, Hugo.
Maybe arguably even our worst. But what are you going to do about it, huh?
Hugo, you remind me of Gibby from iCarly.
Never watched it.
Yeah, come on, man.
Glad I didn't. Pretty much everyone in those old TV shows is being indicted now. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I didn't let them influence myself for a reason.
Yeah.
All the directors are in jail. All the actors are cancelled on Twitter. And rightly so, for the most part. I'll stay away from it. I've said my piece.
If there's you staying away from it.
I mean, I'm just reading the newspaper.
Held it on to the back of B. Won't let him in. Won't let him past. Guys like
Uh-oh.
Danish Gandalf. Thank God it's not the other guy, though, or else it'd be a Danish. It'd be like Gnoff Adolf or something like that.
Give up. Give up.
Mister holding on. Here's that molly. Is he going to call for a rotation? Yes, Void is moving around. Slowly but surely, in come FURIA Academy. Decency first man in, but now they're running back. This was all a fakeroo at the B site. Astralis Talent have still got Vesta up in A, and he's just got to try stay alive. Trapped in the site, they're coming his way, and they're coming fast.
Oh, they're coming on top as well. Drop jumping up, and now the AWP is here for ZMB covering. Finally gives up the site, playing retake. Playing the bomb, rather, as Astralis are forced to retake, and they don't want to. They give it up. That one kill comes in on the A side. Vesta couldn't hold strong, and look at the result that has had. All the kills for Astralis at the start, but the round for FURIA right at the end. Even flashing in to make sure no one is playing with that bomb. And this comeback is happening. It's here, Harry. 8 rounds to FURIA, winning gun rounds, forcing saves out of Astralis. A few more to go. And they are level.
So are we believing in a FURIA Academy comeback? The revenge for the revenge.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? The double whammy. Astralis is still looking to close, and they've actually rebought off of the save. Decent rebuy. Even having some util thanks to that SMG as well. No one is lacking here. Got to put those guns to use, though. Void fighting through the ramp. Sees nothing. Smokes, Molotovs all in his way.
Oh, that was almost the collateral.
Almost.
So nearly the collateral, but Void is still... Never mind. He's out of there with the AWP.
I'm glad he is, right? Don't
Yeah, it doesn't hang
go
around.
too far. Take one.
I had to... I don't know if you noticed that. I changed my sentence on the fly.
Yeah, that's actually why I interrupted you.
It was very subtle.
Very subtle.
It's... Oh!
Bye-bye.
Drop!
The leg!
Oh, it's only the
No.
leg, but the second time's
He's
the
scouting.
charm. Void, they're all around him, they're behind him, and Ninjas will get that trade double up, trying to take the site. Inters? No, it's Altex. Why do I always call him that? Altex and Mister, the two left alive.
Oh,
And
the molly.
The molly spreads onto Ninjas, buying even more time, delaying this plant for just a few more seconds. Is that going to make all the difference? Kits dropped in the site, kits on both players anyway, so they're well and truly, keen to give this a go on the Astralis Talent side. They flashed themselves in, and now they're looking to swing it from CT. FURIA back at ramp. Ninjas in the site. Smoke goes down to try and cut this Orb's line of sight off, but they can't seem to find the elusive Ninjas. He gets out all the way to ramp. FURIA's up on the little boost spot, but they are sticking this. Altex locks in the kill to Ninjas. The bomb's stuck, and him and Mister, they somehow win that 2v2.
Yeah, so much smoke in the way, right? That Orb tries to play around it, tries to play the boost on the railing, but he can't stop the defuse from there. And as his teammate falls, Altex providing cover. Mister gets the defuse. Lovely little retake there. I got worried for Astralis for a moment. They took some time to even get out in the 2v2. I thought they would capitalize off of that Molotov that denied the plant initially. But instead, they chill. They take their time, and they get the round. 12-8. Finally on the board in the second half, right? It can't be a one and done, though. They need to keep it up. Vesta flash for a ramp fight. Right behind the smoke. And they know what he's been up to as well, watching out for this aggression. Vesta checks his back, but now he's tucked in deep, committed. Molly missed. Vesta, does he really want to activate here? Or is he going to wait for them to discount his position?
I love that I hate this angle
Yeah.
from Void. Oh, but it's Vesta stealing that opener away, and if he can mind his big old head out of the... Oh, never mind. That jump up, hitting his head on the beam, slows him down, and so Ninjas trades it out back into a 4-on-4. They're going to try and rejoin FURIA over here towards this B bomb site. While this one player up on A and Ninjas was meant to be selling the fake, well, he's now been dealt with. Astralis Talent no longer worrying about A. This could free up a player to rotate over. Mister's got to make the call. Altex is here to give him a helping hand. And Mister and Altex once again are trying to get around over the line for Astralis Talent. They lose the player in the back of the site, but the rotations have already arrived. FURIA Academy have got to brave one hell of a storm here. Run boost over. Whoop! Into the middle of the site. Both AWPers miss. And so room is given to FURIA Academy to find this bomb plant. Now, just ZMB, and Altex bests him in the head-to-head. Defuse for Astralis Talent, 13 on the board. A nice try to make something of that round for FURIA Academy. Really, it starts to fall apart when Ninjas' A flank is put to a quick rest. It just gave away what was happening all too plainly in that round there.
Yeah, FURIA, this is looking pretty scary right now. It might be their 6th loss in a row here in the Academy League. Really flips things upside down considering how they looked good in those opening couple of games. I'm so shocked to see them down here. Some close losses, and Astralis might make this a one-sided one if they have their way. Another rebuy, bomb plant, full guns, but they're walking into yet again the double orb. Proving to be a problem. Void providing yet again. He gets out of there alive. Altex, he's had a struggle in this game. He has won some key rounds for his team, but anchoring B alone, 6 kills, you get a bit worried for him, so he has an AWP as well. Easy one-click potential, no stress, no more, as FURIA set up on this A site. But will they doubt themselves? It looks like they're conceding. Leaving and going back into this flank.
Mister. Look at him, man. Yeah. He's about to get all this information.
Oh.
Drops one, traded after that, but still, like, he just got a bounty of info for his team. Altex is now reinforced in the B site by Vigo. They know this B play is coming. The boosted player will get into the site, dealing with Altex. However, Vigo doubling up and leaving it all on ZMB might have just saved the round for Astralis Talent. Missed shot out of this AWP gives ZMB room. He's still got to find Vesta. He's sealed, but there's the dink. It's not the killing blow. 10 HP the difference. Vesta gets it over the line. Heartbreaking for ZMB. But it's 14 on the board for Astralis Talent, closer and closer to getting this game finished.
So sad for ZMB, man. He's had a good recovery in this game as well, but all in vain. Altek's, bottom of the board, full flashed off there. Really sucks for him, but I love the fact that his teammate is double set up at the back of the bomb site. Full baiting, but baiting knowing he's going to win the round, right? Vigo doubles up, he sets his team up for the closer, and as close as it comes, they do win it. So here we go. The beginning of the end. FURIA Academy, nothing to show in this T side, not when crunch time is hit, not when the guns have come back out for Astralis Talent. This would be Astralis Talent losing their opening game on Vertigo and going on to win every other Vertigo game they played. Right, taking down Na'Vi, VP, and now FURIA on a rematch. Quite the credit to them if they can do it. And there's only one rifle in the way, at least to lock in 15. That's decency. Everyone else eco.
Yeah, Pirius the Eagle has been known to do some work from time to time. I'm looking at him and I'm looking at this hero AK and I'm asking myself, like, how much can they do? Is this a round that FURIA Academy have any real chance in? That's a good flash for the opener, but there is the response from Pirius the Eagle. Boost up for decency. He's going to catch a player over here in middle. Oh my. Suddenly it's not so easy. Mister will have cover over at this B-bomb site, and thanks to Vigo taking the reins of Connector off of him, it's left it all on Ninja's bottom of the board. It's about to get made a lot worse. Horrible little angle held there, and Astralis Talent are up onto 15. Yeah. One more chance for FURIA Academy to try and keep this game going.
Mister is seriously making the most of this opportunity though, man. Isn't he looking incredible in the server right now?
Yeah.
Good head on the shoulders, coming in with some big flanks now that we're hitting the end of this game, pushing down ladder, flanking middle.
Yeah, man, if you've liked what you've seen, it's at Mr. CSGO. That's Mr. without the E.
Back to middle, and back to broke for FURIA, at least for decency. The rest of them able to buy, but this might be the final buy, the final attempt at a round for FURIA. They they go 11-4 down, they win pistol, they convert, they get a gun round, but now Astralis, they've got everything to play with. Well, they've got everything to play for, and they have not given much room for error in this half. Fighting through their own one-ways on ramp. Looking for the opening kill.
Oh, even flashing Vesta in. This is ballsy, right? He's got a bit of a gap on the edge of this smoke, but it's a 1-for-1. You'll take that if you're FURIA Academy. That's a nice opener, all things considered. Yeah, you give up a player in the process, but you've gotten this ramp control that you were looking for. And even if you don't end A now, you know that, well, I was going to say you would have been affecting rotations. Now that you've lost a player over towards B as well, that pressure's all but been alleviated for Astralis Talent. They feel a lot better about this round now, and you might regret ever giving that chance at a 4-on-3 over.
Ollie's landing. It's going to keep these CTs back for a moment, but Void's got to try and stop them crossing in. There's no smokes. Ninjas wins a fight, but it's mostly coming up Astralis, trading their way to victory lane. Bomb getting planted, and now Astralis have to put a pin in it, have to hold up for the retake.
They just killed the bomb planter and an immediate follow-up as well. They don't even have to group, they just win their fights. And that's Astralis Talent, out for revenge, Hugo. You talk about it, losing Vertigo on day one, but then going on to beat everyone when they start to play it again.